And these are without the inflorescence inside. This is with inflorescence. You can eat both. Here you have the special isoprenoids, and they can, you see that this tiny drop on
What
here?
are these?
Isoprenoids, it's like amber resins, and they are very good. They are protecting the whole root, the whole shoot for the next year, all the winter. So they are very protective, these ones. You see this here. And then some of them are male, some are female flowers, and this is for next 2-3 days are going to grow to this size, fell down, we neglect them and we don't eat them. Yes, he has the...
And where did this come from?
So poplar.
The poplar.
Right up here.
And the poplars have very shallow roots. Yesterday it was so windy, stormy, so that one fell. I'm unhappy, but I'm going to collect all the buds, put them into freezer, and when I want to impress the people coming, yes, they are going to eat. And they say, what's that? I say, you see, this is inflorescence flowers, male flowers that have all the goodness for us, because we need antioxidants.
Yeah, so
And
lots of antioxidants. What kind of properties are in there, if you had to, in a nutshell? Like, why are these really good to eat?
Why? Because we have Nutrostat. It's 130,000 different phenolic compounds in the world produced by the plants. And I am a phytochemist, so I know them. Yes, I am pretty wise in that area. I was secretary of Phytochemical Society. So I know what good here antioxidants as anthocyanins are, what they do for your lymph and digestion and the bugs that you are in, which is microbes, very important symbiotic cells that are inside us, and what we can have from different plants when we put these cells together. Because, for instance, daffodil has different compounds, and they are so white, so they are anthocyanins only in the red parts of the leaves. So this would be as here green and red, plus that it has the white milk, and these are alkaloids. And alkaloids are very good. If you have the wound, you just put it on, and then it is antibacterial. It prevents the bacteria from landing on your wound. If you have this in your stomach or in your all 7 meters of digestive system, then you have as well prevention of bacteria whom you breathe in from multiplying. You have to know that with Edinburgh University we measured how many thousands of bugs are in 1 cubic meter of air. At the university and in the hospital, because they are from medical academy, there were 600,000 different bugs in 1 meter. So you pasteurize everything. Yes, and then these bugs land up. Isn't it better to have the compounds in your intestine so the bad ones that are landing on your food don't germinate, don't multiply?
Absolutely.
So you can eat this, and the tips, for instance, of spruce here are going to be very tasty too. And they have, you see this auxiliary buds from which the whole shoot will grow. They have everything that the small plant needs to germinate. Try one.
Okay.
Yeah. And you will tell, okay, I like this one because it almost is as good as chewing gum. Yes, we have another person trying.
Sounds like a good way to spruce up your immune system.
Yes, and okay, so you didn't get my book or my article on stats systems?
Yes, I've read it.
So what
That's right. So this.
This thing. Okay.
I would suggest that it's even impressive.
Yeah. You could put this in a salad.
That's right.
So what kind of properties does this have? Why is this good for us?
That one, because it has all the stimulants of the immune system. And look at the end. You have anthocyanins red, you have the green, yes, and then there will be flower inside, several of them, for the next generation. So in something like that, it must have everything that for the whole year the organism needs. And very important it is for us to realize that we should have this for our Nutrostat. And we have Nutrostat. I already sent to some of the people my new work that I'm this year going to talk for 50 years of Phytochemical Society of North America. It is stats. That means we have Nutrostat, thermostat, everybody knows, thermostat, to keep your temperature in equilibrium. You have the Nutrostat to have whatever you need in your lymph that is surrounding every cell in your body. You have to realize you have 12 liters of lymph, and in the ocean of lymph there are cells floating. So if this lymph is having well fed, then every cell is well fed, yes? And by the chance, even if you eat differently, and he eats garbage and I eat good, so even if your lymph, our lymph, is the same, unless you have some disability, such as not absorbing something, and that is genetics, or you live on the soil that doesn't have one of the minerals, because the most important that we don't do and we have to have is the ashes. From the ashes, it means the elements, so the minerals. And along the Mississippi River, in that area, there is very little of selenium. So people there are lacking selenium. I don't personally absorb that well copper. I have such a gene, so I have to have extra copper. And again, minerals we need to have both from the plants, but some plants don't need selenium. They are happy. And we need selenium because we need to synthesize glutathione. So this is thermostat, Nutrostat. Now you have hormostat, and you have, yes, the immunostat. And that's why we can be healthy till 120. I supposed to eat, I'm going to be very, very healthy till 100, then we'll see. I will develop, later on, over 100 special diet. But up to then, till 100, I already have the diet.
He was telling me something about plants, how you were talking about, what did you mention to me?
The materials on the surface of the leaves that are interchanging with the environment.
Good.
That is really interesting material.
That is my discovery. And that is, I have 4 so-called discoveries. So I compare myself to Skłodowska Curie, because I am ingenious. I am not very ingenious, the most, but I am ingenious. And one of them was, do the plants have the coat on the surface? How they protect themselves? If they have all these antioxidants, where do they keep them? They don't produce them for me to eat. So what would be the best localization to have defense system in the plant? On the surface. So I said, oh wow, do they have these compounds on the surface? And I got the idea early in the morning. I meditate and get the ideas, and this was the idea. I put it in as the tea bag into boiling water as tea, yes? And I put the leaf. And what wonderful compounds were there. I was lucky, but my first plant was Ruta graveolens, and it extruded 86% of compounds to the surface. I'm going to show you how later on.
Okay.
I do this, how I have done it for now 700 species, even lichens. So I took many of different plants, the ones I could find, at different stages of their development, when they are very tiny. That's why I like embryos. I love, you don't make noise, we are typing.
Won't make much noise.
No, only we are going to be killed. Let's go someplace else.
We can go somewhere else.
Yeah, I know, you see?
Yeah, let's just
talk to me.
I'm sorry.